BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
So, we'll see.
What's your reaction towards Deontay Wilder's interview? He said that if they were offering him to be franchise champ, he'll reject it. What's your take?
I don't believe him. No. Because when you become franchise champion, it will enable you to not face a guy you might not want to fight or your team might not want to fight.
Last, I know you got other people to go. I talked to Gabe Rosado. I don't think he was specifically targeting one Anthony.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. As you can see, Eddie Hearn does not believe that Deontay Wilder would reject, refuse, not take WBC franchise champion status. It is his opinion that Wilder would jump at it and do it in a heartbeat. And I quote, he would do it in a heartbeat to duck Dillian Whyte or Anthony Joshua. Why is anyone paying attention to Eddie Hearn these days? I don't know. Now, you know, the reason you gotta at least entertain him is because he puts on so much boxing, you know. So like he could be a hypocrite in this sentence, but then be doing something good for the sport with the KSI Logan Paul in another sentence. But we're here to debate this either way, man. So Gross the Boss in Indiana.
WBC Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Oh my mic. He stayed out my mic.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo. Good morning to everybody out there in the TBV universe. Back with another one. And yeah, man, Eddie Hearn does not believe that Deontay Wilder would not accept the franchise championship. He believes that he might end up ducking Dillian Whyte, but can he really duck Dillian Whyte since Dillian Whyte is no longer the mandatory challenger, the number one guy? The WBC moved up Fury to that position. Now, I didn't like that. I don't agree with it, but we'll talk about that and the whole WBC franchise thing going on with Wilder, which he said he would reject. But what's going on, this?
Oh man, another podcast. Just here to talk the heavyweight division. Obviously, Deontay Wilder is scheduled to face Luis Ortiz in the rematch, and that's taking place 12 days from now, live on Fox pay-per-view. Anthony Joshua scheduled to rematch his defeater in Andy Ruiz, the Destroyer, in December 7th, Saudi Arabia. So I think that Eddie's doing what a good promoter would do, keeping all his fighters relevant and tying them to a guy that's going to be having a pay-per-view. It's really what he used to accuse Deontay Wilder of. Oh, you know, Wilder doesn't have a fight. He waits till AJ announces his fight to come out and announce his fight a week before or a week after. He wants to steal the thunder. This is no different. But I don't think that Eddie is stealing the thunder. This is what a promoter is supposed to do. So I don't fault him. I congratulate him. I told you in my conversation with Bill Haney, the father of Devin Haney, the way he put it is like, who would you rather have being the mouthpiece for your son? Bob Arum? I'll never see him Heyman? Oscar De La Hoya, a lot of shit in the media, all type of stockings. And I mean, look, it's on you. It's on you who you want to choose. Bob, I'm not saying is not competitive with Eddie in videos, in the media, but he is 87 years old. You know, he might be just kicking it up and ready to go chill on the beach for the rest. You know, and then what? Now you got Todd, never been in front of the camera, DeBuff being your guy? I don't know. So again, Eddie doing what he should be doing, promoting, keeping Dillian Whyte, a guy who obviously everybody's looking for this B sample, everybody negatively thinking about him. Right now, he's here and he's like, no, Dillian Whyte. He was ducking Dillian Whyte, just keeping that name out there in the media for everyone to remember is what I feel, while at the same time, obviously taking a shot at Wilder or two. You know, the funny thing is that Eddie has more ties to both WBC franchise champions than Wilder. Wilder at least denounced it. Eddie benefited from the franchise champion with Devin Haney being elevated to full WBC. And Eddie has more of a relationship with Canelo than, Deontay Wilder. Eddie's giving out 5 of the names who will fight Canelo, and he's not Golden Boy. So Eddie has more ties with the WBC franchise champions than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's tie is the WBC. But again, I just believe it's good promoting. Throwing shade at the right person, always works.
No, look, I don't know if it's good promoting or if it's honest belief. Now, we had Deontay Wilder on the show a while back. We asked him about the franchise belt. He was like, I don't know what that is. I ain't down with that shit. And y'all asked him again when y'all was down in Alabama about the franchise, and he stuck to his gun. So I got to take the man at his word. If they try to elevate him or try to give him the franchise, is that something that you can dismiss and not take? Or will the WBC frown upon that? They trying to give you a title or a position and you not take it. Have you heard anything about that, Ness? When was that question ever posed to Mauricio? If a champion is elevated and they deny it, how do they go about it from there?
Nah, that was never spoken of. But that's, because you got to let someone say no first.
Okay, now, Eddie believed that Wilder won't say no. Maybe Eddie has a reason for that belief, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he just seen Wilder not want to fight Dillian Whyte. He might think that Wilder might take that route, but I don't think Wilder would do that. He's been, he's going on like 10 title defenses against Ortiz, so I think he's looking at that big 20 number as a mark that he wants to reach. And look, good promoting for Eddie, keeping Dillian Whyte name relevant, I guess, but I think Dillian Whyte is going to have to give us that B sample before we start banging the drum for Dillian Whyte again. They already bumped him down from being the number 1 contender, which I don't know why they did, because it seems like just last month the WBC was running tweets and like videos on Dillian Whyte knockout of Parker or his knockout of Brown, and they were celebrating. And now it seems like the WBC is not even acknowledging this man anymore. So I want to know what's going on with that, and why Dillian Whyte was bumped down from the number 1 contender spot.
Who do you think is not being acknowledged?
Dillian Whyte, they bumped him down from the mandatory. And like last month or a month and a half ago, like I was seeing videos online of the WBC posting his knockouts and things like celebrating. Oh, Dillian Whyte, look what our interim champion did, or look what our number 1 contender did.
But why are you acting like you don't know why he was bumped down?
I know, but like we haven't heard anything. So if
they haven't heard anything.
I know. So why change now? If you were supporting him and he's being number 1, why not let everything play out and then let us get a conclusion?
I mean, I think the simplest answer is you fought under my sanction and you didn't notify me of your negative or positive test result. You had a secret meeting, and again, you didn't notify me.
I
I
understand
think the
that.
WBC stance on this is clear. They elevated Oscar Rivas 4 positions from 9 to 5. Okay, from number 9 in the WBC to number 5 in the WBC, and they were clear with Dillian Whyte until he finds some sort of resolution and conclusion to his UCAD scandal, and then turns that information over to the WBC, who was denied information on that. He will remain in a non-mandatory status. And I don't think that, I mean, only fools don't understand what's going on.
Okay, let me give you my perspective of it. We had Mauricio Suleiman on the show before he went to the WBC convention. He said Dillian Whyte is under suspension, or his mandatory status has been suspended. Now, okay, so that's clear. Now, a month later, I'm seeing the post on IG, and maybe it's just them being showing some love to Dillian Whyte. I don't know, but it just gave me the mindset that everything was cool if you're running knockouts and you're showing this guy showing this guy highlights. But then we found out that Fury is going to be the number 1 contender, and I'm just like, has there been no conclusion, or was there a conclusion and y'all didn't let us know? Because it seems like Dillian Whyte is going to be fighting in December, so I'm not quite sure what is going on either side.
I mean, again, you know, there's been plenty of rumors that he will or won't fight until he's on a card, until the commission approves him. You know, it's just all talk. Honestly, it's just all talk. We all know his status. You know, WBC put out their rankings in October, then they did it again in November. He's still number 1. He's still number 1. He's just not the mandatory.
Cool. We got a super chat coming from Joseph Rodriguez Garces. Some would say Wilder can't get the record at 20 in this run because of the draw. Same reason they gave to Triple G with B-Hop record. That's true. I mean, I guess. But does a draw doesn't count? Well, I guess it doesn't count as a defense since it was split down the middle. Good point, Joseph. But yeah, man, does Wilder accept it?
I don't. I mean, he already said he doesn't want it. He already said how he feels about the mandatory status and how he likes the whole mandatory begging, crying, getting mad, and then he gives them their shot when he wants. You know what I mean? He likes that whole role.
I can respect it, man, because, like, as a champion, like, you should want to challenge yourself against the up-and-coming number 1 contenders in your division. You know what I'm saying? These guys come in the Epic belt, come at Epic Crown, and they want to shot at you. Might as well bless them, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I can totally dig where he's coming from with that. Because, like you were telling, like, Mauricio, like, the franchise championship like denies us of that greatness, of that action, of that legendary moment that some fighters get when they become the mandatory for a title. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get great fights and we get memorable moments, and if we start having those moments, then the boxing is going to suffer as a whole.
Absolutely, bro. Like, what sense does it make to go up the rankings if they're going to take you out of the rankings, or they won't allow you to fight the champion? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. They really need to address it so that, you know, it can start to make sense. But I got some more quotes on Eddie Hearn's without the S. He says, you can't take anything Wilder says seriously. First of all, he says, 1 face, 1 name, 1 champion, and then we chased the undisputed fight for over a year, and he don't want to know. And Joshua loses, and it's 1 face, 1 name, 1 champion again. Now he says he'll turn down a franchise belt. If he gets the opportunity to duck Dillian Whyte or Anthony Joshua or anybody by being elevated to franchise champion, he would do it in a heartbeat. Don't take what Deontay Wilder says too seriously. Mike, what's your thoughts?
Eddie Hearn is on one. And why does he keep on saying Joshua? Like Joshua gonna be the mandatory? Like, is this guy? Is he already setting up for his guy to lose? Is he already setting up for his guy to come down to the WBC route? Like, what is going on with that?
Well, he's already in the WBC. Joshua's like number 3 or 4. Let me double check. But yeah, he's.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess he did lose a belt, something like that. Now, I'm not of the mindset that you can't take what Wilder says serious, like, because I've seen this guy speak.
Wow.
Like,
Anthony Joshua was number 3 back in like September, and he's gone out of the WBC rankings. Let me double check the November ones because this is October 31st.
But yeah, I've seen Wilder say he's gonna knock this guy out in the ring. And he goes in there, does that. Seen Wilder say he's want to be one face, one champion, one name, and I see him pursue the Joshua fight, even to the fact that he was going to take a flat fee. So for Eddie Hearn to say, well, we've been chasing the undisputed fight for a year, it's just like, bruh, do you think that we don't like remember history? You think we don't remember like what happened? The whole 6 months that you guys were negotiating? Like, I don't understand like why promoters do that and just make it seem like we
they took out Anthony Joshua. I don't know why. He's ranked in the WBO. He's ranked. Oh, he's not in the IBF. He is in the IBF. Number 4, 5 in the IBF. Number 3 in the WBO. He is not in the WBC. That is crazy.
Come on, man. We know why, then. Come on, Ness.
Why?
Come on, Ness.
And he's in the WBA.
If you ain't in the top 15 in the WBC, why is that?
Because you denied VADA?
The clean boxing program. That's the only thing that I can see. That's not, like, I could be wrong because they say Joshua does VADA every
year
fight.
round.
Yeah, he does UK. He does 3 of them. They say, but if you're not in the WBC and you are a highly ranked, highly sellable heavyweight,
Dubois is top 15.
Come on, man. Come on. I'm not finna catch any aspersions, but I'm just saying, like, that's the only reason.
Dubois cracked the top 15 with 13 fights.
Yeah, he coming.
That's crazy. F.A. Ajagba not even there.
I'm just going to tell y'all.
Bruh, I just want y'all to see this is a clear duck. How you get sanctioned in every other sanction except the WBC? That's interesting. And I don't see WBC having Anthony Joshua as a silver or any type of other champion that would make him not be ranked in the rankings when he was just there.
Even if you are a silver, you're still ranked. I think the only reason that you wouldn't be ranked if you're like an interim champion.
Crazy.
But maybe Eddie Hearn don't want to step on his toes with the whole Dillian Whyte situation. Maybe he ain't
well, no, because Dillian, I think he was stripped of the silver champion because they don't have him. They got WBC silver champion vacant in the WBC heavyweight. He got stripped of that. Give me that belt back. I wonder, did he have to give the belt back actually?
The interim or the silver?
The silver.
I mean, I'm guessing like once you get elevated from silver, like you keep the belt that you have, but you no longer have like the actual title. No,
but like, this is what I'm saying. Didn't he win the silver after beating Oscar Rivas?
He won the interim after beating.
All right, so he got. All right, so let me see, because they got the silver vacant WBC interim champion or INT, which could be international.
No,
is
interim.
Flip Hargrovic.
INT, yeah, definitely.
There is no WBC interim. It doesn't even say vacant. You sure it's not silver?
Bro, I'm positive that when he won that fight, he was elevated to WBC interim champion. Now, I bet that could all changed because of what happened, but he was.
Yeah, but they should at least show it vacant, right? It's not even there.
But real quick, we got super chat coming from Alexander Wilson. AJ is enrolled in VADA testing on their site. So big ups. Yeah, I do believe I've seen a tweet saying we welcome and the Destroyer and Anthony Joshua to our clean boxing program. So I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe he paid his executive fees for that month for the WBC, or he didn't have somebody come down to the convention and speak on his behalf like everybody else did. You said that goes like a long way, right?
Bruh, we need to call Mauricio. He's not even top 40.
Ah man, it gotta be a typo there. You gotta be overlooking something. Cause he's not a champion anymore. He's ranked in every other section about it.
This the new rankings for November. So interesting.
But Dylan Whyte still number 1 and Fury number 2?
Yes, Fury's number 2, Luis Ortiz number 3, Alexander Usyk number 4, Oscar Rivas number 5, Alexander Povetkin at number 6, Adam Kovnacki number 7, Joseph Parker number 8, Joe Joyce number 9, Derek Chisora number 10,
Yeah, boy.
Filip Haragovic number 11, Kubrat Pulev, Bulgaria number 13. Oh no, 12. And your boy Kaya Bale.
Ajit, okay.
And then Hunter, and then Dubois.
Shout out to Daniel Dubois, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yo, Wilder says he's got 6 more years. It's about to get interesting. His rankings just got probably the toughest.
Yeah, deep. They got real deep.
Let me see. You got Fury there, Luis Ortiz, Alexander Usyk, Adam Kovnacki, Joseph Parker, Curly Puvel, Oscar Rivas. Actually, that's the old list. But in that order is Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, Luis Ortiz, Alexander Usyk, Oscar Rivas, Alexander Povetkin, Adam Kovnacki, Joseph Parker, Joe Joyce, Derek Chisora, top 10. That's all names.
Yeah, within this next year or to the end of 2020, he's possibly going to fight all 3 of those guys in the top 3.
But you know what? He might not, because I'm looking at it, and just as tough as those WBC rankings are, all those names are top 5 to top 6 on all the other rankings. Usyk is number 1 on the WBO, Fury number 2 on the WBO, Anthony Joshua number 3, Joseph Parker number 4, Adam Kovnacki number 5, Daniel Dubois number 6. So he gonna get his shot at the WBO before he goes at the WBC. He number 15 on the WBC, rightfully so. We need to figure out how he get ranked so high in the WBO off of those fights. He about to fight Fujimoto. He fought 2 Ghana dudes. No, you shaking your head. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Why. Come on, man. No, but Frank Warren got his guy. He got Billy Joe Saunders a vacant title shot at 168.
But it has to continue to be the fans need to be reminded that this is what's going on. That these guys are getting this crazy treatment. But anyway, so then you got Tyson Fury number 6 in the IBF, Joshua number 5 in the IBF, Ajit Kababel number 4, Adam Kovnacki number 3, 2 is vacant, Pulev number 1. We already told you the BC rankings. These are the ones that are weird. Trevor Bryan's number 1, Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua, Adam Kovnacki, Alexander Povetkin, Michael Hunter. That's the top 6. So Bryan, I don't know how he's still in there. And even Manuel Char is their interim or regular champion. So you got Manuel.
Is Fred number 15 still?
Yes, he is. And he was given the humanitarian award by the WBC at the convention. Bro, let me tell you, I was showing my girl, because we was in the pool, and I was showing her who Frez was. And I just kept showing her. And you know what? I'm like, damn, bro, I need to really take a fight. Frez looks older than me, bro. Like, by a lot. Like, he looks like a grandfather. He was out there running and shadow boxing in the Mexican sun and shit, chilling. He was doing his workouts. It's cool. A lot of boxers were doing their workouts. But he looks like an old man that was on vacation. His body looks old. His skin looks old. And he's shaving all his fucking hair not to show you the gray. I don't even understand. Let me tell you, the WBC had someone in the convention bring up the fact about 50-year-old champions trying to come back, and I think they were indirectly talking about Roy and B-Hop. But they need to watch out with Frez. Yo, there's no way my man still got his timing, bruh. No way. No way.
My nigga Robbie just messaged me and said, Daniel Dubois fighting for the what he say? Dubois fighting for the WBC silver title.
Okay.
What? What? Hold on, Kujimoto? Come on, man.
So he took Dillian Whyte's belt.
Come on, man.
But how could you be a silver champion if you only at 15?
You can't be. You shouldn't be fighting for a Kujimoto for no silver. Come on,
Fujimoto ain't even in the WBC rankings. Let me double check, but I don't see him.
Maybe he in the youth rankings. Some shit.
He in the Asian rankings. I'm telling you, they got it separate. There's Latino rankings. There's all type of shit, man.
Now look, I'm gonna tell you one thing about Frez real quick. Frez can't be kicked out of the WBA rankings because
of the lawsuit.
He got a court order lawsuit that's gonna mandate him to get a title shot.
Yeah, but he about to turn around and turn his title shot into a hospital sentence. He's waiting too long. He's gonna get too old. He looks very old, Mike.
He's 46.
Look at that. Bro, he looks very old. Like, I would be afraid to see him fight someone. That's why he didn't take the Big Baby fight. He probably would have still been in a coma. He's got to be careful. He's got to be seriously careful. I seen him out there moving. He ain't moving like a boxer that's ready to go for a world title shot. There's no way.
B-Hop fought to 50. And we all know as heavyweight, the last thing to leave is your power, right?
Brother, B-Hop and Frez, they not even on the same level. And the easiest way to do that is the resume comparison, the accomplishments, everything. Frez, has he ever held on to a title, let alone defended it? You know, shout out to Vasily Lomachenko, never wanted to defend that WBC. But listen, man, let's open up these phone lines, see what the people talking about.
I just sent you a picture of Frez, man.
Man,
that nigga look like he about 65.
Yeah, I bet.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Yo, this is our views. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. You know, people like to bulk us all together. You know, it'd be like, nah, Boxing Voice said this, that, and the third. And it's like, hold up, man. You see Mike going to bat for certain dudes, you know? So we definitely different and separate while together. Let's get on out to the callers. First, a quick word from the sponsors. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1, one-time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to L.A., Boomerang, CYP, talk to me.
What up, man? Eddie Hearn. I mean, how long are we going to allow Eddie Hearn to say things and we have topics on it as if he's not fucking lying? Like, damn, I ain't falling for Eddie Hearn. That's what he do. He manipulates, he promotes, and he's good at it. Every promoter has a license to not just promote fights, but to lie. So I don't even know why the fuck people still get hyped up in the things that man says. Wilder, the actual fighter, says, I don't want the franchise belt. The actual fighter says it. But then we have a show talking about where the rival promoter who hates him, says he ain't shit, says he ain't a fan, but tried to sign him and wants him on his promotion company, says something different. And we roll with what he's saying. Man, fuck that. I'm Bomb Squad all the fucking way. I trust Wilder. I know the man. I believe in what he's saying. He's saying he ain't down with it. So fuck Eddie Hearn. I'm not paying him no attention to what the fuck he has to say. The rest of y'all callers can believe it. Y'all in the chat, y'all can believe it. Do what the fuck y'all want. That's what this show do. It believes dumbass shit so motherfuckers can get hyped up and say dumb shit so you can put down somebody else who you can't fucking beat. I'm out. I'll be back.
And look, I'm not saying that I don't believe Wilder, but you got to admit Eddie Hearn has been very close to this franchise situation with Devin Haney, with Dillian Whyte, and like Ned said, with Canelo. Like, he's much closer than anybody else. And when he says something like this, it draws a response from you, like we just had. So apparently, it's a good topic.
Yeah, and listen, man. the whole purpose of the show every day is to provoke thought and conversation and debate. These are those type of topics. You know, from the door, I said I don't believe Eddie, but this is his job. His job is to provoke and, like I said, keep his fighters relevant.
Man, yeah, very irrelevant. But we got 380 watching live, so I need 380 thumbs up.
Damn.
Only 66 thumbs up, man. You guys not showing no love, so take the time out right now. Not now, but right now, and smash that thumbs up button, man. We appreciate it.
It would help with the visibility of the show. It'll help us grow. You know, we'll be able to get some different interviews and things. If you haven't checked out our Tevin Farmer interview where he's talking about his re and up with Dazn, possible 1-fight to 3-fight deal, so many great details in there where he lets us know his thoughts behind calling out Gary Russell Jr. You can catch that on last night's spontaneous episode. It's on iTunes. It's on iHeart. It's on Stitcher. It's on TuneIn. It's right here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. Don't forget, wherever you see TBV, there's probably somewhere you can leave a 5-star review. Do that.
I mean, he talked about Tank, Leonard Ellerby, Eddie Hearn, Lou DiBella, new businesses, clothing line. He talks about some of everything on that show. So big up to Tevin Farmer, and thank you for that interview, brother.
Yes, sir. We're going to go out to another boomerang in the building, hailing from Detroit.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
What's good? Back with another. That's Mike. What's good, though?
What up, champ?
You already know. Called me on a day off, so another blunt in the wind, man. School called at 5 morning and say it was 2 hours late because of snow or some shit. So I've been up smoking since 5 a.m. On this topic, man, appreciate the topic because it's a morning show, so the UK should be able to call in. But I think Eddie Hearn starting to have that Mayweather effect where he's too busy. He's shining so much that he really overshadowing a fighter in the fight. Like, he need to let this fight do what it's doing already and marinate. People already ready and excited about, you know what I'm saying, Ruiz Joshua too. So there's no reason to really throw any mud at Wilder unless he's just trying to grow Wilder stock some more. So that's what he's trying to do. I appreciate that because we all know it because Whyte already said it. And like CYP already said, I believe my champion. And he don't want that belt, and we don't want him to have it either. That's a duck belt. He ain't ducking nobody. He been saying he won't smoke from everybody from the beginning. Just pass that Vada. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up, share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because it's TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, sorry, it's because you stupid. And shout out to El Camino too. Peace.
Stainless, thanks for calling in. We going to Aaron. Talk to me in Cali.
What's up, fellas?
What up?
I want to say thanks for asking those questions out there when you were talking to Wilder and Jay Diaz. Man, he asked a couple of my questions. I appreciate that. On this topic, as far as Eddie Hearn's concerned, like, I agree with you guys. That's his job. He needs to make his fighter, relevant. But my whole thing is, why isn't his narrative changing to let's make undisputed? I want AJ to fight Wilder. See, that's a whole different narrative than putting Wilder down. He should want the undisputed fight, not shy away from it or change the topic. See, that's the part I don't understand from Eddie Hearn. It's always everything else except for undisputed. Every other reason why we can't make the fight instead of the reasons why we can make the fight. So he's always deflecting, always smoke screens. This is Hearn's thing. This is what he does. So I'm disappointed. I believe Wilder, he's not going to take the franchise belt. If we can make undisputed, it's all good. It's all the keys are in Ruiz's hands. Ruiz got to win. If he can win, we can get this undisputed fight. And before I let you guys go, I just want to ask, did you guys see the Pulev fight? Why have I not seen any coverage or anything on this Pulev fight the other night. That was the garbage fight.
We covered it.
Year.
We covered it, and we called it that.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anything on ESPN. I haven't seen anything from Eddie Hearn, anybody from Top Rank or anything talking about Pulev, and he's going to be the IBF mandatory and get the next fight. You know what I mean? What would you rather see, Pulev against Ruiz or Joshua, or Ruiz or Joshua against Wilder? This is the whole thing about mandatories. This is why mandatories for the most time can be BS, because we're going to see this Pulev fight. If not, we're going to drop the IBF belt, and that's just a shame because Pulev ain't ready for Ruiz, Joshua, or Wilder. That's my call.
I want you guys like to realize something about Eddie Hearn. He's a lot smarter than what you guys think. He knows that you guys are Wilder supporters like we are, but he understands the business that is boxing. He knows that he can say things out in the media that causes a big rift or a big divide that make you feel a way about him that'll probably make you more invested in a Dillian Whyte or in a AJ fight when that fight happens. So he understands business and just driving the price up by saying these kind of things and being outlandish. He wants you guys to be on your side of the street with Wilder, support him while he's on the other side collecting the money that he's getting from AJ and things like that.
We going out to, I believe that's Rue in a 504, right? I mean, even though it says Leo, though, I'm not sure.
What up, Rue, Leo? Leonardo?
Oh, this is Josh in New Orleans. What up?
What up, Josh?
Looking like Cameron over there and shit. Hey, yo, ain't nobody ever tell you look like Cameron?
Never.
No. Yo, everybody watching him on Skype, y'all know he look like Cam and shit. Keep the blammers blamming.
The shooter.
Let me get on Eddie Hearn, man. Like I'm on the same energy. It's been fuck Eddie Hearn when it comes down to AJ. Y'all was mentioning that he wasn't in the WBC, and I'm not surprised by that because it's all smoke screens when it comes down to him fighting Deontay Wilder. They praying to God, or they may got the fight fixed in or something for the Eddie Ruiz rematch, and hoping that he could come and get them belts back because he gonna go back on his ducking spree. That man has he does not have no want to fight Deontay Wilder. It's gonna continue to be the same shit over and over. Eddie Hearn is a good promoter when it comes down to them other fighters, but when it comes down to AJ, fuck him and AJ. So all that shit he talking, the narrative never changes. It's like he's talking the same dumb shit over and over. I know y'all talk about like he doing it for selling and all that. Nah, he doing it to keep that same narrative so he can find reasons to avoid Wilder because he know them dumbass UK fans gonna get on here and talk that dumb shit they be talking with AJ after he got his name.
Cut it. Brandon, Cincinnati, talk to me.
What up, B?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear. A lot better than yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. And in Wilder's case, this might sound crazy, but I don't even mind if he get the franchise belt.
No, Brandon, you can't say that, bro. Did you call in about the Jamal Charlo and the Canelo franchise belt?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh man, no. See, I see what Nesby be talking about. You motherfuckers don't have the same energy.
Can I explain why? Can I explain why?
Go ahead.
Who has his two mandatories been since he's been champion? Bermain Stavern and Dominic fucking Brazil. I don't want bum ass fights like that getting in the way of fucking Undisputed. So if he can get this franchise belt and ain't no excuses not to make Undisputed when that shit come around, I'm all for it. His mandatory's been garbage, bro. And that shit can hinder the Undisputed in the long run when you fighting mandatories like that. Fuck that. So if he can get that belt and he ain't got to fight bum ass mandatories like that, go straight into Undisputed, I'm all for it in his case.
Cut it. Brandon, man, I could not agree with you, brother. I'm disappointed in you.
Jesus, talk to me in Cali, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Andy Ruiz can get past Joshua. I think if it's a close fight or if Anthony wins, they're not going to give Andy Ruiz the rematch. Because I really want to see a good fight next year with the heavyweights. So hopefully it could be Wilder and Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my call. And then they're going to have the movie. They're going to have the fight in the theaters. But I'm not gonna see it in theaters this year. I saw the Canelo fight in the movie theaters, but the fact that I had to wait after the UFC fight was over, it took a while. So that's pretty much my call.
All right, Jesus. Thanks for calling in. We got Stunner in New Jersey.
What's going on, Stunner?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right. Look, I'm about to be very blunt, right? Because at the end of the day, this is about Wilder and Joshua. All right. Now, remember, I'm Nigerian myself, right? So we're talking about who to believe between an African-American and a black UK man who speaks to a white man.
90 seconds.
Listen, he speaks to a white man, but you want us to believe him over Deontay Wilder. Get the fuck out of here. Why are we even entertaining this bullshit, bro? This shit shouldn't even be entertained, bro. This is like a big fucking joke. Big black Nigerian dude speaking to a white mouthpiece. Oh, yeah, I want Wilder. He's scared of me. Get the fuck out of here. Who honestly believes this dude, man? Seriously. Those dudes is from the UK supporting this dude. I'm not
60 seconds.
reason to support Joshua the new niggas, and I don't fuck with this boy, man. This is crazy. This dude is a fucking pussy.
Stunner, man. Thanks for calling in. And this is what I'm telling you, CYPC. This is why you got to make these topics, because TBV is about celebrating when you get it right, making that pick, and expressing your frustrations when shit goes down in boxing. Like, man, before this show, man, I had like half of a friend I could talk boxing to. You know what I mean? Because they know like the big names. So it's difficult. You know, now, I got friends all around the world that we could talk boxing on Skype, on Instagram, on Facebook, on so many different levels and social media, so you stay connected. And, when you are upset, like
10 seconds.
You got TBV there, man. Definitely express yourself. We got a shitload more calls. We're going out
before this. I'm saying, nigga, like before this show, I didn't know what to do or who to talk to, where to turn to talk any boxing with anybody. Nothing on the internet, nothing on mainstream media. Like you don't get this. So like that's why you need these kind of shows, because boxing, more so than any other sports, man, draws in that emotion from the fans, because we are so attached to these fighters.
For sure. Let me go out to Anthony in Charlotte. Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Ant?
Yeah, I think, man, Eddie Hearn's just making noise just so he can get some volume around Joshua's fight. But that fight ain't going to happen no time soon. I am not looking forward. And one other thing, Ness, I remember the other day you were saying that you needed an opponent for Logan Paul. I got the perfect one for you. Tied to Deontay Wilder and Floyd Mayweather. And his name is Charlie Zolanov.
Yeah, but the commission won't approve it, man. Zelenov, he was a head case, man. I wish the commission would approve it.
Hey, that's a perfect.
Yo,
fight.
Zelenov is a YouTube legend. Like, his name doesn't die. That's the crazy part.
That's right. Hey, they can get it approved. There's ways around it.
Yeah, they're going to have to put that thing
But
in
that's
Texas.
my call, man.
All right, Anthony, man, thank you for calling in. Rod in A70, talk to me.
What's up, man?
What up?
What on, Rod?
Man, I want to say something real quick. I just got off a flight and heard what you guys are talking about. I had to call in. I think this is more about Dillian Whyte than AJ. See, Eddie Hearn can't come out and just directly say, oh, Wilder's going to duck Dillian Whyte with the franchise, because Dillian Whyte is still that dark cloud over his head from the B sample and the failed steroids. So he kind of let that guy die down. So I think it's more about him trying to throw that shot out there that Wilder's gonna duck with the mindset of I'm gonna throw this out here for Dillian Whyte. It's not about AJ. He know Wilder would jump in the ring with a second with AJ, especially after that loss. But that's my call, man. I think it's about Dillian Whyte.
All right. We're going to head on out to the Skype machine. We got plenty of callers on Skype. Remember, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of this conversation. We're going out to Francisco. Talk to me.
What's going on, Francisco?
Eddie just talking shit because Deontay already said that he's not with the franchise title, so that's one thing. Second thing, I'm dying for Wilder to fight Dillian Whyte because I want to shut these UK fans up. He'll beat the shit out of Dillian Whyte. What do you think?
I mean, I'm dying for that fight, man. I was just in camp telling him, like, champ, we want this fight. I was even, if you go watch the Patreon interview, bro, I even asked him, like, man, would you do something like you did for Luis Ortiz? And he explained how that was totally different, how the WBC cleared Luis Ortiz. That's why he gave Ortiz a shot. He says until Dillian Whyte is clear, he's not going to be able to give him a shot. He said, why would I do him a favor and fight him if the WBC hasn't cleared him with all the shit he talks? So, it's personal for him. So for Dillian Whyte, he's fucked, man. He's on that list with Bermain and with Dominic Brazil of the people that pissed off Wilder. And, the people that pissed off Wilder usually end up sleeping.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, I think this fight, it has to happen. Eddie has to. I don't know what's going to happen with these promoters, but they got to make that fight happen. I'm dying to see Whyte and Wilder in the UK.
Yeah, I would rather it be in the UK too, because don't a soul know Whyte in the US. But Francisco, thank you for calling in. We going out to P Money.
What's going on, P Money? Yo, Peasy.
Yo, what's good, guys?
What up?
Good morning, y'all.
You the man.
You guys doing?
All right. Yeah, man, you kind of choppy, man. You might want to hang up and call back in.
In the meantime, we're going out to John.
Super chat.
Oh, super chat from Jemmy, hashtag Border Wars. Is Eddie Hearn promoter of the year? I mean, at this point, I think the WBC even recognized him as promoter or something like that. They give him some sort of award. But, yeah, I want to say yes. And I'm pretty sure someone could make a case for other people. But my biggest case for Eddie is that he stays in the media. Like, he stays relevant. He keeps all his fighters relevant. I love how he uses his social media. If you go through his personal social media, he's still promoting his fighters. His personal social media gets more interaction and engagement than the Matchroom social media. And he knows that, and he does that, and he uses it. He uses it to promote his fighters. He's not a dinosaur, bro. Like, I know we might not love him or some of the things that he does, but he's the best thing in terms of promoter in a long time. And I mean overall package. Getting the job done, entertainment, knowing how to deal with everybody. Listen, Deontay Wilder might tell me, Ness, you fucking crazy. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And that's because they've dealt with each other on a personal level. But, man, from the outside looking in, it looks like he's doing his thing.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go to Dennis. Coño carajo, dímelo. Oh, shit. Hold on, Dennis. Hold on.
What's going on? I got some music for Dennis?
I believe we do. Let's see, could we find that, right? Dun, 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 dun. So what's the last movie you watched, Mike?
Last movie I watched.
Been at the
I
theater
ain't really
lately?
watched no. I ain't really watched no movie. I've been watching these TV shows, man.
Oh man, I got one. I forgot to even mention it on title yesterday, so I'll give it out for free. Unbelievable on Netflix. It's crazy, but it's on that CSI type of level. It's dealing with rape, but it's crazy. It's a season. It's a one-off season. It's crazy though. It's crazy, bro.
Have you been
Crazy.
watching Watchmen on
Bruh,
HBO?
I haven't. You know, someone asked for your opinion on Untitled about it. I watched one episode. It looks better than the movie Watchmen that came out a while ago. In terms of the costumes and whatever, like visually, I mean. But I ain't get into it. You know, it's hard. I just finished watching Power. You know what I'm saying? Who shot Ghost? You know what I'm saying? Check out our episode of Untitled, B, and get our thoughts on who the fuck shot Ghost. Everybody was coming with the blammy blams for Ghost too. They really didn't let you know who did what. You just gotta guess. But we got some wild guesses on Untitled. I'm telling you, people gave us a little bit of everything. But yes, the stalling worked. Whoa, that's loud. Let's bring it down a little bit. We're going to bring that to about 18%.
The fight is coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen.
My man Dennis.
BoxingVoice.com.
Dennis with the salsa. What's going on, champ?
Hey, man, day off. Took it on for the Veterans Day, and I'm enjoying it. Yo, check this out. The whole reason that they started this franchise build, in my opinion, is because you remember when they tried to shove Triple G down Canelo's throat after he beat Cotto?
Yep.
So later on down the road, Suleiman says, okay, I'm going to make up with you for this bullshit from before. Here's a franchise belt. Then he said, damn, that's a good idea. Let me try to do it with Lomachenko so that the fighter now has the choice to do what they want and not just get the mandatory shoved on them, as is boxing history. You fight your mandatory. So here comes a dude like Wilder now that he's in the middle of the fence because, number one, he got history of saying, fuck everybody. I do what I want, what you made me go through with Joshua. So now he's in a position now, as it applies to this franchise belt, that he's going to say, damn, should I not? Because Wilder likes to keep people on the edge to the last minute, do what he wants. Personally, I don't think he's going to pick to take this franchise belt. But at the same time, the caller before said a very point when he said, if he can push away the mandatory to get Ruiz, and that's that one face, one name, because Wilder keeps his promises, and that's heading toward him keeping that promise, then I'm all with it. I don't like this franchise belt bullshit because it makes the fight.
Cut it.
Dennis, you know, that's your time. I'll be back, or not back, but got to get to some other callers. But that's because I watched Terminator. Did you watch Terminator?
That spoiler for me, man.
Yeah, no, it's good. Then I'll get to do it on Untitled. We got that one white boy, John in Texas. Talk to me.
What up, John? Yo, John, what's the business?
That's all. Just listening.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Just listening to the show.
I see you on the treadmill, champ. That's a worker right there, man. I
Yeah,
wish
I'm
I had
trying
that
to
type
tell
of dedication. I
That's
can't.
this little video for CYP. He talking, I'm working. Best with working, boy.
I mean, CYP's a strength and conditioning coach, so he work every time he training somebody. But we gonna go to Stone Bone Boxing. Talk to me.
Stone Bone, what's the business, man? I seen you with that
What's
500
that?
milligrams last night.
Oh man, I got something that's 1,000 too, man. I got hella shit, bro. That's crazy. I quit. I had to get that because I used to drink lean, man. But that lean is like liquid heroin, man. I was addicted to it, so I drank that THC syrup, so I don't have no aches in my fucking like I ain't fiending and shit. But Eddie just a hater, and these guys talking about Wilder would do it to push aside his mandatory. Name a mandatory that Wilder hadn't fought. Himself, Dylan Whyte, who failed a drug test. And matter of fact, he wasn't even the mandatory. WBC said he was the #1 for 600 days, not the mandatory. There's a difference. When you look on BoxRec, you'll see that Mando beside the name, and you'll see a #1. If it ain't highlighted or mandatory, he's not a mandatory. So take his word when he say he ain't taking that franchise bill. Y'all guys want to hate Wilder so much that who you gonna believe? You or your own lying eyes when you watched it come out of his mouth when he said he ain't taking it. You watch Crawford saying he ain't taking it.
Cut it.
P Money, you ready?
P Skrilla.
Once, twice,
3 times.
CYP Boomerang.
Get the boomy.
Oh, P Money's there. P Money, what up? P Money.
Yo, my bad. My shit cut out.
It's all good, P Money, man. How you living?
Good, good. Thanks for the show, guys. First, I don't know. For me, Dillian White's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Wilder's fighting Ortiz and Fury in the next year or so, and those are both dangerous fights. So I feel like, to me, he's just got to make it through those fights first. But I have a question for you guys. Who do you think would win between Dillian White and Big Baby?
Big Baby.
Big Baby.
Yeah. No. I just knew
We don't know, man.
Say Big Baby. I
got-
don't know.
Yeah, you got the speaker on too with the windows crack and all that good shit. But like, we don't know until we see what kind of Big Baby's back. Like we only know Big Baby for being, you know what I mean, the old version of him that we just don't know. Like we don't know. Is that still him? But
before both guys had that drug, whatever, it was a fight that I was
dying
by.
for that fight.
Yeah.
I would have watched that fight. That was a great fight, Big Baby. Back then, but now they both tested positive. Now both of them is in question, you know what I mean?
And both of them have a previous positive test too. So it's not like this is the first time for either of them.
So let me see. We got we tried CYP. So let's go to Stainless on the Boomerang. Talk to me.
What up, Stainless, man? Shout out to Detroit.
Oh, CYP's there. So Stainless, you can wait. Go ahead, CYP.
Yo. Anyway, if what's his name? What's my name? What's his name? That 190 night boy. I appreciate you working every day, as if I ain't worked out every 5 days a week my whole damn life, idiot. Like, you think I look like this for nothing? Like, boy, I work on my craft every motherfucking day. Anyway, if you think your $15 Crunch membership is gonna stand up to my $1 million gym, you a fool, boy. See, in this fight, I got the right privilege. I got the coaches. I got the stamina. I got the gym. I got the facility. Man, you ain't got a goddamn chance for that Crunch Fitness, man. You better take your motherfucking ass to Las Vegas and ask Wade to help you, since Wade out there helping YouTube dudes be sensational. That's what you should do. But anyway, at the end of this call, I see you on Skype. Stay on Skype. What I want is Stone Bone Boxing. You can mediate the first press conference when the show is over. I'll stay on this bitch, and me and him can go at it for 10 to 15 minutes. If y'all want to Skype in when the show's over. Y'all can hear me and him go at it. So y'all like to hear me talk about that shit live, I'll stay online. I got time today, cuz. Y'all have a good day.
He said I got time today. That's a legendary quote.
Yo, that's going to be interesting.
That's going to be a good fight, bro. Both guys are like tip-top shape. And one thing about John, like I always say, man, I see him on IG or on Facebook, and he always in the gym. So ain't like he just saying it to be saying it, nigga. He in the gym too, CYP.
Yeah, but John too. Like, I mean,
yeah.
But we got a new caller here. He says he's Nigerian from the UK.
Okay.
Beckin? Beckin?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, we
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, man. I heard some Nigerian guy earlier, like 5 minutes ago. He was talking shit about, us not being, real black guys and, us looking,
yeah.
and stuff. I don't think that's bullshit, to be honest, because
First off, man, what's your name and what part of the UK are you calling from?
George, I'm coming from London.
Big up, George. Now go ahead.
Yeah, man. This guy's talking a bunch of shit because, I think, down in other countries and shit like that. If Joshua wants to work with Hearn, it's calm. You always have to work with other people outside the race to go up and move up in life and stuff like that. So I don't think, this guy's talking any sense at all, And I don't think AJ and Whyte or anybody else except from Fury can beat Wilder. Even if I'm a UK fan, I know it's not possible because I don't think AJ has the movement or the footwork to beat Wilder over 12 rounds.
Well, all right. You said George, right?
Yeah.
All right. You got to change your screen name. Says something else. We're going out to Nolia. N-O. Talk to us.
What up, No?
Ooh, how my audio sound?
As good as it's going to be, champ.
I ain't gonna hold you too long. Then I ain't trying to fuck the shoe up, you dig? But see, bro, Wild ain't taking that fucking franchise belt, bro. And see, bro, why every time Eddie Hearn says some shit, that's etched in stone, like you know what I'm saying? And we know this motherfucking lie all the time, dog. And we just believe every fucking lie that come out this man's mouth, dog. Like, when the reporter gonna start calling his ass out on these lies, bro? Like, I ain't never saw somebody in the public eye that much of Eddie Hearn, bro, and just tell lie after lie like that, dog. Somebody gotta call bullshit. That's my code.
Everybody who's listening right now, go ahead and take the time out and smash that thumbs up button. Almost 500 watching, so I need almost 500 thumbs up, man. We appreciate it. If you want to go one step farther, head over to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and click on our Amazon link. It's the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up, so do all the holiday shopping that you're going to do on Amazon through our link. Thank you so much.
Stainless on the boomerang. Troy, you have not pressed 1, FYI. Stainless on the boomy.
So what's the discussion in? Are we discussing Eddie Hearn or Wilder with the franchise belt?
Eddie Hearn says Wilder would take the franchise title to duck not only Joshua, but Whyte.
But we already know that Wilder said that he's already refused the franchise belt. Not that he would, but
And
that
Eddie
he's
Hearn
already done it,
says
right?
you can't believe anything Wilder says.
It says a bunch of bullshit. Bollocks.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn also says, and I'm quote, all these are quotes of Eddie Hearn. He also says, you can't take anything Wilder says seriously.
No. I don't need any of that. Man, I'm going to say, since this is a direct line to Wilder anyway, like Eddie Hearn has already said, yo, we got you, champ. Don't even waste your time listening to that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got, man. Please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast because it's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
All right. If you don't know what Patreon is, head on over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice and check out a bunch of exclusive on TBV. Just released about 3 new Border Wars fights. Remember, Border Wars is coming February 29th, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth. Sign-ups are out. www.theboxingvoice.com/Border Wars. You want to see CYP instead of just hear him? Well, he's going to be fighting that one white boy, John from Texas, and we'll have plenty of returning Border Wars attendees from the past. And if you haven't seen any Border Wars, you can go to our YouTube channel and check out all the free content we already put out there. Besides that, if you want to see the exclusive Border Wars work, you can catch that on patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. We're going out to Troy in Baltimore. Talk to me.
What up, Troy?
Yes, sir. Hey, good morning. Listen, I don't know that much about this franchise belt, and I really don't care. It's not something that interests me. But if you look at Wilder's history, he's not really known for fighting his mandatories. You can start with Mansour, who beat all his title eliminators. He never got his shot, right? Currently, there's Whyte. There's constantly a reason why he has to fight somebody else. But when it comes to Ortiz and Fury, no one could tell me who they fought to actually get their shot with Wilder because they didn't have to fight anybody. They just jumped in. Look at Dominique. He made him wait 17 months before he fought him. Look at Stavern. He made him wait, tried to buy him out before he gave him his mandatory. If you go through all those 10 title offenses that Whyte has had, how many of those were mandatory? Little or none. He doesn't really fight his mandatories, and nobody says anything. I mean, honest with you, I don't. Like I said, I don't know about the franchise belt because it holds no interest to me whatsoever. But it's just something else to keep talking about, and it's interesting. So keep talking. And with something else I had to say, but it escapes me right now.
Alrighty then. And that is everyone. So we go ahead and end it. You can catch us on Patreon. We'll be doing another episode today between 5 and 7. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs. Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Franchise champion or not to be franchise champion? That is the question.
Peace. Oh, NO wants the boomerang. What up, NO? Even though you ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, come through at the end.
Yeah, check this out, man. I think Tyrese shot goes, dog. That's my opinion, you heard?
Yo, you funny.
That's my opinion, dog.
Tyrese or Tariq?
Tariq.
Oh, the son. The son.
Yeah, the son. I think the son shot goes, dog. For real.
I mean, look, man. I gave my breakdown on Untitled, man, and my reasons as to why. I gave a good breakdown as to why each person that had a gun that day, their motives. Not only that, but their mood, right? To commit a murder, you got to be in a certain mood. So, we'll see, man. We'll see. But you can check out our episode.
But look, Nat,
January.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this. You hear me? Ghost had talked to his son. What he told him? He said, "I gave dude one last chance. You dig?"
Go ahead. Yo.
Probably cut off.
That's that service.
Yeah, man.
And no. And people said, I think Tariq corny ass shot goes. Yeah, I got to check out our episode, man. That was a funny one. All right, man. We out of here. Catch us on the next one. You never know. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us reach that 200K. And you never know when we go on live, man. If there's some other breaking news, we'll be back.
Peace out.